Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, we got another trailer. We got a new one. We got another one, boys. New trailer, RWBY Volume 8. What does it bring? Well, it brings something, in theory, on paper, something a lot better than the first trailer. You would think, right? And this one has a lot more to do with the actual story for Volume 8 being told going forward. However, because of that, it's actually worse than the first trailer we got, which was them riding bikes. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, how could they possibly do worse in the first trailer just because they're not riding bikes on this one? They're actually doing something that actually matters. Here's why this is worse than the first trailer, right? This is worse than the first trailer because this proves how great of stupidity the Team RWBY had in the first place. Now, just take note of what they're doing, right? They're essentially, protecting everyone that was left on Mantle and, getting them all fully evacuated and dealing with the Grim as they come in droves, right? So, you're wondering, okay, why is this bad? What's the issue? Well, you see, remember how they were trying to get the military on their side back in Volume 7? Like when they were having this heated argument against Ironwood? How they were telling him, bro, you cannot leave Mantle to die. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? We know how to run a kingdom better than you. We got more sauce than you. Even though you have, decades on us of skill and swag, we're better than you. We can guard Angel Island better than you. We're that awesome. Right? And at that point, we get into the standoff between RWBY and Ironwood, where everyone's trying to stand their ground and get Ironwood to back down and actually yield to them and try to protect everyone, knowing damn well they couldn't do it. Well, here's the thing of what happens. When RWBY swoops around Ironwood to try and tell everyone what he was gonna do, bringing in martial law, leaving Mantle, taking Atlas up a couple more notches at that point. Yeah, see, here's the thing. You see them now in this new trailer doing what they're doing now, protecting Mantle. No military support, right? None at all. And you know what? As it seems right now, currently, they're doing a pretty damn good job. I gotta give them that. I gotta give them a little applaud, I gotta do that. But then I gotta take back my applauding and literally look at them and ask them this question. If you could literally go back down to Mantle and still protect everyone without any military support, you're doing this on your own with the skills you have, why did you need to make a big deal and make this great fucking scene in front of Ironwood in the first place when you could have walked away? What was the point? There was none at all. You at that point then made a shitty judgment call, which created the biggest downward spiral in terms of events. You ended up needing to fight and bring down one of Atlas's best defenses and aggress what? Off screen, and you don't even know this yet. That's the greatest part. That's so fucking hilarious. So fucking hilarious. They don't even know this part yet. They really don't. You essentially went off, killed your fucking Aesop's leader, had him die somewhere they don't even know yet, so Clover's dead because of this now, and Uncle Crow, RWBY's uncle here, her Uncle Crow about to get got, and he's up in cuffs now, about to be taken to prison along with Robin. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? Without even knowing this yet, which it's gonna be so funny when they realize this. Off one judgment call that you honestly didn't have to make, and you could have actually acted like you had IQ for even a couple seconds and walked away and go and do what you're doing now much earlier. Because had you, instead of being like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna just loop around you with my rose petal abilities and literally tattle on you and let everyone else know your bullshit and basically get rid of your defenses. You could have just walked away, and Aesop still would have been there. Clover would probably still be alive at this point. And also, because this just popped into me just now. You also would still have Penny up in Atlas as well. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. Penny really only left at that point because Team RWBY showed up and basically took Penny because Winter was literally about to like, bro, no, all of you are gonna get arrested, but Penny wasn't about that. She was like, you know what, after seeing everything and after everything that's happened already, she weighed in her options and chose to go with RWBY. But imagine, again, none of that happened. Team RWBY didn't show up, and this would just be fresh after, you know, they had gotten done dealing with Cinder. Because she'd have bailed anyway. Because there was no way she was winning at that point. You guys would have the Aesops, Penny, and possibly, had, you know, they taken Tyrion to jail, you would also have an added Crow and Robin to help you fight an Atlas. You would have all of that to aid you. Think about that. Granted, would they all still have lost? Because I don't see how they're dealing with a huge ass Dark Gigantamax Wailord. Yeah, they possibly could have lost. But they would have lasted a great deal fucking longer with those people and having more forces on hand to expand rather than being left high and dry with basically just Ironwood, a very damaged one, because let's face it, Winter's literally just laying there to die at this point. Because should any enemy force find her, like should Tyrion just come across her at any point, that's a free kill right there. There's nothing she could do about it. She's done. It's literally just a one-armed Ironwood up there that can take on like an entire army that Salem just brought to Atlas. All so that, you know, RWBY could make this one judgment call just so she could end up playing in Ironwood's logic and doing what he said he was going to do. Save who he can. And this would be the second time they played in and done what the other persons wanted to, no matter how much they tried to oppose it. Because back when, you know, the shit happened with Ozpin, they were saying, oh no, we're not going to do what Ozpin did. And guess what? Got to Volume 7, immediately started doing what Ozpin did, and having to have Ironwood. You know Ironwood, you know, the guy with decades of experience on them, their greatest ally at this point that could help them guard the lamp for starters, and actually give them better gear and equipment, which he did, and, you know, have an entire army to back them. But, you know what? No, he has to prove his fucking trust. Like, he has to prove himself worthy of, you know, knowing the information that we do. Even though we are literally not knowing what to do at all with the information we got, and he would come up with a better plan in literal minutes. But you know what? Hey, we're smarter though, right? So, we literally have now a moment where they could have just walked away, you know, done what they're doing now, and just let it go. Because they're doing it all so perfectly right now without military support. That's the worst part about it. They're doing it by themselves, like just literally a group of 8 people protecting all of Mantle right now. Think about that. Depending on what is left of Mantle, being protected by 8 people taking on like fuck knows how many Grimm that are just like coming into Mantle while they're still trying to evacuate everyone. All just because of a judgment call. What they're doing anyway, and they're doing perfectly. That is why this trailer here is the worst. Like, you know, like we were hating so hardcore on like them just riding bikes, but I'd rather just see more of them riding bikes than essentially seeing them in this case proving their biggest bit of stupidity, showing they did not need to do what they did back in Volume 7 and essentially doom an entire kingdom because they wanted to make a better judgment call, even though they fell right back in to what their opposition wanted to do at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys thought about this second trailer for Volume 8. Do you guys think that essentially they could have just walked away, done what they're doing now, which they're doing perfectly fine, to be honest, and people would still be alive, people would still be conscious, Atlas would have more of a fighting chance? Or do you think, like, you know what, maybe this was the right call and everything is good? And what do you guys think is going to be happening forward for this? Do you guys think that, you know, they're going to be able to get everyone out of there? Do you think we're actually going to get some more casualties? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Go ahead, and if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit it up with a like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want more updates on the channel when the video ends, definitely head over to Twitter and follow me at xmonarch. And if you want to catch me gaming in real time live, definitely head over to Twitch and follow me there as well. I'll be leaving links to both my Twitter and Twitch in the description below. And until next time, guys, I will be catching you later.